ABCs of rap. A, the B, the C, the D, E, F, the G, the H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, the W, the X, and the Y, and the Z, and that's the ABCs of rap. Great grand with also a master rap of YC, and the place to be, and not talk about what the eye can't see. Floating like a butterfly, screams like a bee, a legendary great grand with the YC, R-A-S-E-E-A. Now only this rap, but all to this win. If you want to battle the franchise crew, the DJ will tell you.
This the boy Ronnie from Franchise Live. Don't get it twisted and keep it up. We be back with more hot videos for the power of Franchise Live. One.
How'd y'all get my name? Well, Ronnie Rhyme. My name is Rhyme, and Ronnie Rhyme just came upon me. But a lot of people call me Franchise because of my dancing, group from back in the day. Franchise. They called me on my job and everything. And but Ronnie Rhyme basically is what they call me also, and I love that name coming from Rhyme, and I love it. So now, there you go.
Ronald Newsom and David Roberts, two kids who grew up dancing in Southwest Philadelphia.
We've been dancing for so long, and we've been dancing on the street. We've been on TV numerous times, and I think we had the capability to, go to Hollywood.
Yo, what's up? This is Ronnie Rhyme, right? This is my documentary, man. And when you do a documentary, you got to go back to the hood where you came from. This is 5964 Warrington Avenue. Just where I grew up. See the park over there? That's Codge Creek Park. Southwest Philly, man. So you know what? It's only right to come back to the neighborhood. And when I grew up here, I had me and my brother Harv and Tom. My mom had 3 kids, and it was great. I had a great life here. My dad worked every day. He got it in, came home, did what he had to do. My mom had dinner on the stove, and it was just great living here, man. And when you lived on this block, right, this is 59th and Warrington, they used to say 5-9 a bucket, motherfuck it. That's right, that's what they used to say, 5-9 in a bucket, motherfuck it. But we also had a gang called Mongo Nation that, drifted through here too. But we kind of had our own gang too. Now, this porch right here, just where my brother Tone got shot at. We was gang warring, fighting Florence Avenue. They came by, they shot my brother. Fortunately, they shot him in the arm, so it wasn't life-threatening. But still, he got shot. And that could be dramatic, getting shot, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, I got shot. Yeah, my brother got shot. And that's the way it is in Southwest. So I want to thank everybody for checking out this documentary, and stay tuned. More hotness coming your way. And do your job, man.
And the Y and the Z, and that's the ABCs of rap. A, the B, the C, the D, E, F, the G, the H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, the W.
Yo, what's up? This Ronnie Rhyme. You know what I'm saying? AKA Ronnie Rizzo, War, Kool-Aid, all the above. But you know what? I'm at Shaw Junior High at 54th and Warrington Avenue, 54th, 55th and Warrington. And that's where it's all started at, right here. When I was a young kid, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like 7th grade. And we had an auditorium, and we had Bobby Dance come out and dance. And from that moment, I wanted to be a dancer. I played saxophone and all that stuff. But dancing was my niche, and I found out that day when I see Bobby Dance go across the stage and all the women go crazy. Now, you look up at that second window up there, that's like one of my classes. And when I used to look out the window, this would be a gang called Mongo Nation, right? They fight, there's a gang war, and we used to look out the window and actually see them mixing like, yo, we like, oh, they gang war today, oh my God. So the top gangs is Woodland Avenue, 5-8 in the Zip. And I was down with Mongo Nation, you know what I'm saying, 59th for Warrington. And it was actually like crazy looking out the window and seeing them get, but you know what? When they gang war, it was like no shooting, you know what I mean? Maybe a couple of niggas got stabbed, but they really wasn't shooting like that, you know what I mean? Not like today, everybody gets shot, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Western days up Southwest. But you know what? So this is where it started at for Franchise. and became franchise dancers. And now I'm Air 247. And I just wanted to take y'all around the neighborhood to show you where I come from and what school I went to and where it started off at. So thanks for checking that out. So we're going to get back into the documentary. This is Ronnie Ryan, and do your job, man.
Started off a dancer and worked my way from dancing to a radio station and then TV. But when I was a dancer, I danced all around the world, went on tour with the famous DJ Cash Money and MC Marvelous.
My name is DJ Cash Money, and this is a Ronnie Ron true story. All right? So, I'm sitting up here reminiscing on how I met this dude. So, I have to say I was probably about 7, 8 years old at this time, living in Southwest Philly, and I met Ron. Well, I didn't meet Ron. I saw Ron at this time dancing at all the block parties in my neighborhood. And he was dancing with a group called the Franchise Dancers. And let me tell you about this group. First of all, these dudes were hood heroes. And they were sharp as Sinbad's sword. Let me tell you. They had like gray uniform, like a gray uniform with this black stripe that was going down the side of their pants leg. And all of them had the same outfits. So I was like, damn, they look like the Temptations. Right? So they would be battling all these different dance groups and just be destroying them. Like, it wasn't even close, right? But out of all the members of the group, Ron stood out the most to me, right? I mean, he had his trademark spin, then he would be twirling a cane, and then he used to wear these glasses. I think they were called schoolboys. And these glasses were the shit back in the day. And yeah, Ron was just, you could tell he was kind of like the leader of the group when he came out to perform, right? And then I never forget, I had a best friend. His name was Kevin Jordan. Now, Kev was about 2-3 years older than me. He was like my big brother. Like, anything Kev was doing, I was trying to do the exact same thing. And I never forget, Kev had auditioned for the franchise. So he came to my house and he was like, yo, man, I'm in the franchise dancing group now. They just picked me up. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, man, you think I can get in? He was like, nah, son. They don't have no more room, man. Yo, I was so hurt that I went home and cried like a little bitch. I mean, I was crying like a little bitch, man. I was like, why? Why can't I be in the group? It's not fair. So, Kev was basically known for flips and stuff. So he was practicing with the group, and he would show me some of the moves so I could practice with him in his backyard and stuff. But he was like, "Hey man, we're battling this group, this other dance group. You should come on up and come check us out." So I went up there. So they were performing. Next thing I know, my boy Kev was like, "Yo, come on in here and show him what you could do." So I got out there and I did my thing, and the girls were screaming and everything. See, the thing of it is, I didn't grow. I was a late bloomer when it came to growing, right? So all the people thought I was much younger than my age. So I looked like this little young, cute kid that the girls loved and everything. And Ron, well, first of all, I did my thing, but Ron was like, "Yo, man, who's this kid?" He goes, "Yo, man, we need to add him to our group. He could be like our secret weapon or something." And that's what I became. That's how I got into the franchise dancers.
So I've been doing it in entertainment all my life. I play saxophone. I'm a musician, dancer. I had 2 albums out with Grand Wizard Rasheen. That's my DJ, worldwide DJ, teacher of DJ Cash Money. And I've been doing my thing for a minute. So that's about me.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Richie Rich. The radio station was called Double R Show.
Oh, double R.
Stand for Rasheen Rich.
Oh, okay.
So when the war would have stand for Wild Ass, radio station area Rich and Rasheen.
Right. Okay.
Like that.
And you've been doing it like you the pioneer. Tell them that you the pioneer of this, man.
Oh, yeah.
You started it off, man. And you taught me how to do it too.
Yeah, we did it since. How old was I?
So, using the mix since '76.
So I'm 16 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 16 years old on the radio.
And you know what?
On our own radio station. Yeah.
We was dancing, right?
Yeah, we was dancing.
And we had some songs out, right?
Yeah.
So what we gonna do? We gonna do a couple songs live right now. We gonna start with The Bomb. You ready? Let's go. Come on, let's go. Tick tocking,
love the way I'm
rocking,
how to rock
the house,
before the right time.
Pins.
Pulsating rhythm.
That's what I give them. High fashion, money packing.
That's the way I'm living.
I love
making
roar.
for I am
The core.
You can't ignore the words that I have in store. If
So
you
what?
do, I dare promise you
I swear I explode.
dead in your ear, cause I'm the bomb, baby.
Yo, call who?
There goes another one.
Yeah.
Louder, stronger, more potent than the other one. Now every year, you know you sound a whacker. I'm atomic bomb.
Yo,
firecracker. Snap, crackle, pop. You
Yeah.
get dropped. You on the bottom and I come to the top.
He's clean. Grand Wizard Rasheen.
Everybody scream.
Let's
When you
see.
see my team, I'm
The
the
bomb.
bomb.
Boom.
The Power National Guard.
Oh, yeah.
They get scarred in their own backyard.
backyard.
And real life Rasheen's
He's
on the rise. To no surprise.
Check it out, y'all.
Boom.
Check it out. Check this out. Check it out. Check it out. I woke up this morning, the time was 8 o'clock. I had to get dressed and I had to see I just couldn't stop. I had to keep moving at a steady pace. Cause my boss just hated when a person come late. I have to go to work. I gotta make ends meet. Yo, it's going outside and I don't have heat. I'm a little upset. I really want to go. I rather be at the court state rocking the show. Headed down the highway now, ready to bust a you. No, I better keep straight. That's what I better do. I haven't quite made it in the entertainment field. Without a job, man, you don't have a meal. So let me set the record straight. The studio's great. Because studio time, put food on your plate. No, I don't think so. So act like you know, yo. It's about surviving a how good your rap. So having a hard time trying to make it to the top. Why? Because of racism, and I'm a victim of the system. What's up, this Ronnie Ryan, Air 247 General, down with the Grand Wizard Rasheen. 103.5, son. More radios in the building. Vixen Gang is in the building. You're about to get a treat from the greatest DJ to ever fucking do it, man. Yo, Rasheen, fucking have it, bro.
asked me, how did me and Ron meet? Ron is my little brother. And as my little brother, you know, he showed his talents very early on. Just coming to me, thinking about what things might really stood out, I'm gonna break this down to you. My pops, back in the day, my pops was a musician. And when I think about it, Ron probably took after him more than my brother Tone and myself, although Tone sang like my pop, and I became a DJ affected by music. Ron actually played the instrument. My dad played guitar, and so Ron played sax. But what really stood out was my pops used to have us do the little thing when your parents, when your cousins and your aunts and your grandparents come over. He would always have us dancing and singing. I don't know if he was trying to make us like a little Jackson 5 or what, but he might just been trying to see who had talent. Well, when we were dancing, I couldn't dance a freaking lick, okay? My brother Tone, he was alright, but Ron, even early on, showed his ability as a dancer. Now, a lot of y'all know Ron as this hip-hop dude, Franchise Live, and everything he has done with that. But his origins were as a dancer, and it happened to happen right during the hip-hop era. So, if I think about what stood out about Ron early on, he showed early on that he was very talented as a dancer, and that he had major skills as a dancer. Just reflecting back, I got a few stories to tell you about Ron. One, when he was thinking about, early on, when he was thinking about, and he was dancing, he had a crew called Franchise. Now, I heard about them in the neighborhood and how they was dancing, and this is a story that I've never even told Ron what I'm about to tell you. So this is gonna blow his mind when he see this on the documentary. Me and my boy Asmar, and I had another boy named Jonathan, we were in this tabletop basketball league. And so if I came into the crib in the basement, Ron and his boys would be practicing their moves and doing whatever they was doing. We come down the steps, they knew the big brother was in the house, it was time for them to leave. Now they ain't always like that, because I broke up their joint a couple times, but we wasn't gonna be playing our games, our tabletop games, which we played for money, with them dancing and doing all their stuff in the background. So one time I really realized the notoriety that Ron was getting. One of my boys came back and told me, man, your little brother turned this block party out. And I heard it was crowds and crowds of people up at 56 in Windsor. And that he was by himself. He wasn't even with the Franchise dudes. So after that, I kind of gave him a little more respect. The next time we had a game and I came into my crib, and as we was coming down the basement, he was down there with his boys. I said, nah. I told my boy Asmar, nah, we can't kick him out. Nah. Harv, you ain't gonna put him? No, I'm not putting him out. Because my little brother and his boys, you know, they getting it in. And I had told him that at the top of the steps. I didn't even come downstairs. Ron don't even know about this. And that's when I knew right then and there that my brother was something special. Because I had caught them times in my basement where they were doing skits, and along with their particular moves, jokes. And so this dude was an all-around entertainer, to say the least. And he showed that by going on to do videos, because he did my parents had a wedding reception for me, and Ron got Cash Money, and I can't remember the other DJ that was with him, but they did the reception at my house, and Ron just had that connection like that.
Let's see, how did me and Ron meet? I actually don't remember how we met, but I remember how me seeing them for the first time. I think it might have been St. Joseph Prep High School, and I saw these cats moving like speed of lightning. And they was just killing it. And I was like, oh, snap. And then, you know, I was with the Stepmasters at the time, and yeah, you know, my buddy, I think, you know, Frank, who was the president of the Stepmasters, was like, yeah, we need to go at them. But franchise had cheer routines, all kinds of stuff, man. And I mean, I guess, that was the goal. You need somebody to go at, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we would have been able to handle that. I mean, we would have handled our own, but nah, franchise is just, it was the quickest, fastest thing out there. Just smooth, man, their whole style, you know what I mean, with speed. And that's what differentiated them from a lot of cats. I mean, one of the memorable moments about franchise was like, I think this was sometime in the 90s. I don't know if it was a Power 99 show or something I was at. And they came, I don't think he realized, like, I don't know if I told him this, they came out on stage and I think they might have been rapping. But they had hip hop gear on. And I'm like, who are these cats? And then they started GQing. I was like, that's the franchise. Oh, snap. Yeah, man, they killed it. And I think the dope part about it was that they shifted with the times, man, and nobody was doing that. You know what I mean? They was GQing, but they shifted, but they had hip hop gear on, but they was GQing, and I don't even think people even realized what was happening. But people were like screaming and yelling, so I'm sure they liked it. But that was dope. There's another moment where I watched them just decimate cats. I don't know if it was St. Elizabeth party at St. Elizabeth, or if it was St. Peter's down there around Paris Street around there, or was it St. Joe's Prep High School? Whatever it was, I don't know if it Love the Life You Live came on. Franchises in the middle. They doing their thing. I feel like, I don't think we ever battled them. I don't know if that was in my imagination. Because see, in my imagination, we battled them and killed it. No, but these cats they were doing their thing, and they do their routine where Ron spins around, puts his hand on the back of, I don't know who it was, which one it was this time. I don't know if it was Rasheen or could have been Cash Money. Put his hand on his back, turn around, he falls in, he throws him back up. They start doing a thing that looked like it was tap. We're like, oh shit. I don't know where they got the chairs from, if they ran and got the chairs, and they got chairs.
As dancers, right? So the guys would teach me all the steps. My man Shelton was teaching me how to twirl a cane. Yeah, it was a beautiful time. Now they went and they took me to go get my material. They made me an outfit. So now I got that stripe on my pants, man. I'm looking smooth, man. Like we look mean, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Right? So we're going around battling everybody. But it was this one particular thing that happened. Ron, you remember this, bruh, right? I'll never forget it because my cousin Brian came up to stay with me for the summer from Atlanta. So I took him to the show with us. We had to battle these guys up at on somewhere up 60th Street. Now, mind you, we didn't have no car, so we were walking, right? So we walked up there to the block party. The DJ threw on "Love the Life You Live," which is the franchise anthem. When that song comes on, clear the floor, everybody get in a circle, you know what it is, right? So everybody, we're battling this group, right? My boy Kev is up there, he's killing it. He's killing this dude he's dancing up against, right? The dude is getting upset because Kev is busting his ass, right? So, like I told you, Kev is known for doing flips. Kev does a backflip. The dude gets so mad that he pulls Kev's leg in midair. Kev falls down, hits his head on the ground. Boom! Has this big knot on his head. Kev gets up, punches dude in the mouth. it's on. We're all rumbling now, right? So we're rumbling. I never forget, there was a tree here. I was standing right here, and we had a female in our group called Shara. She was standing right here. I see this dude trying to punch me right at the corner of my eye. My first instinct was to duck. So I ducked. He ended up punching her. So I saw that. So I punched him. Me and him is rumbling. My cousin Brian has my cane. He's beating this dude down. Like it was just a free fall. So mind you, we still have to get back to our neighborhood, which is up 57th Street. So all of us are rumbling, trying to get back home. We finally make it home, so we're all in front of my steps. And I never forget this. Ron is in front of my steps. He wants to get a head count, make sure we are all okay, that we all made it safe and everything. So all of us are scratched up and bruised up. And one of the guys in the group, I'm not going to say his name, right? He ran and was nowhere to be found. So he comes to the front of my steps and he cut like this towel, like a perfectly cut towel, and he has it over his lip, like his lip was busted or something. And Ron was like, yo, man, where were you? He was like, I was there. He goes, no, you didn't. You ran. Yo, this is the first time I ever seen Ron so mad like this. Ron ended up fighting this dude right in front of my house. And they ended up fighting. Like it started in my house, in front of my house, and it went all the way down the block. It was crazy. But I understood where he was coming from because, we're a dance group, but it was all about family and brotherhood. And you don't do that. You don't run out on your family. And that's what he stood for, right? And I never forgot that day, you know what I'm saying? And I respected Ron that day.
Connection like that. Another story I want to think about with Ron and his particular legend and the things that he's done. Ron was constantly called back to Bartram High School to play as a saxophonist, and he had been out for years and years. And I later found out that one of the main reasons for them wanting to call him back was because he was Ronnie Ron the dancer with Franchise Live. And I guess that brought Bartram some type of notoriety, but he ended up being a legend on his own in the city. And lastly, I got to tell y'all this story about Ron. Ron is a big Bruce Lee fan. Huge Bruce Lee fan. Now, I grew up a Jimi Hendrix fan, and he knew I was a Jimmy fan, and he was a big Bruce Lee fan. Ron was deadly with them nunchucks. He was so deadly that he knocked himself out, okay? And that's that coordination and moving and with the dance moves and, all that kind of stuff. Just let me know that this dude was, skilled in every area. And then Ron, while I'm thinking about it, you and Cash still ain't never give me my money for my albums. Look, him and Cash Money, I had let them get my albums. I had moved, and I left my albums at home. And when I came back to get them, Ron and Cash said, they not here, they gone. I was like, gone? Yeah, man, your albums was in a fire. So look, Ron, I'm still looking for that from you and Cash. But on the real, bruh, I want to let you know, man, I'm proud of you. Mom and Dad are looking down on you from heaven right now. They're proud of everything that you've done and everything that you've contributed to Philly. This is large, man, that they're recognizing you in the way they are. And I can't leave without saying how much of an inspiration you are to me. I was the one that went to college and got the degree in communications and was going to work in radio and television and be in some form of entertainment. And I did work at WTMP and WHYY, but I went to the military and let my dreams go. But you never let your dreams go. And I appreciate that about you. Because as I'm getting ready to retire, you've inspired me to want to go back and do my radio thing. And I am. I'm going to do it. And that's to you. And that's on you. So you keep doing what you're doing. Keep being the best that you are. I appreciate you, little brother, and I'll love you for life.
Right? So fast forward. So now Ron is dancing with franchise, and now breakdancing is starting to come to Philadelphia now. Now, this is the genius of Ron. Ron is all about reinventing himself. So what did he do? He recruited some young kids that could spin on their head, do flips off chairs and stuff. He got my man Chill. He got Chill's brother, and he got a Menyet. Yeah. So now he has a new younger look with him. Now he's still incorporating the stepping and the GQ stuff, but yeah, breakdancing is where it's at. So now it's a much younger franchise, and Ron is at the head of it, right? So at this time, I had moved away, and I moved out to Delaware County, and I ended up being part of another group now at this time called Sonic Wave. But I would always see Ron at a lot of these competitions and stuff and everything, and then I ended up getting a record deal, and we had a Cash Money and Marvelous, and we had a hit record and a gold album. So I was like, yo, we need to get a dancer here. So I reached back and got my brother, Ron. So I said, Ron, could you go on the road with us? He was like, hell yeah. So he went on the road with us, and we did countless shows, man. Like we were all through Canada, all through United States. But it was this one particular show I will never, ever forget with Ron. So we were somewhere out in California, and we just got finished doing, it might have been LA. We just got finished doing the show. So we went to an after party that was in this big arena. And it was this dude on the dance floor. He was killing it. So, I say, Ron, I had to pump him up. I said, Ron, yo, man, why don't you go down there and show him, what you could do? Ron went down there, did his thing. Dude got upset because the crowd was loving what Ron was doing. So now it's becoming a full-fledged battle between these two. So dude goes out and he does his thing. Ron says, yo, I'm getting ready to kill this dude, man. Ron did something I'd never seen before. He goes out there, he performs, then he does this split. Then he disappeared. We were like, yo, where the fuck did he go? He was just right here. This ninja was on the other side of the crowd. The crowd went crazy. It was like on some Houdini shit, man. Like, we never seen nothing like this ever. I remember Marv was like, yo, did you see that shit? I'm like, yeah. That night, Ron made such a name for himself. I mean, he was signing autographs. Everybody wanted to take pictures with it. It was crazy, man. I'd never seen anything like that before, ever. So, fast forward, Ron now is dancing for us, and then he continued on doing his thing, keeping his brand. And this is why I'm so happy for him, because the thing with him is he never was stuck. It was all about reinventing himself. It's cool to talk about the things that you did in the past, because that's what kind of makes you, but it's also about what you're doing now. And that's what I love about him, because he's always reinventing himself. And I'm so proud of him, man. And just salute to you, bro. Because when it comes down to this stepping thing, I don't even know if stepping even got out of Philadelphia. I just think it's a Philadelphia thing. But when it comes down to that pioneer stepping, Ronnie Ron is a true hip-hop pioneer. There is no doubt about it. And I'm so proud to be a part of one of the baddest, if not, well, the baddest stepping group ever. That's a fact. franchise dancers forever, bro. You already know, man. All right? This your boy, DJ Cash Money, man. Your brother forever. Salute.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been rocking since 2003 on Franchise Live. I started off on Franchise Live. Started off on Antenna TV. Went from antenna TV to digital TV. Now I'm on worldwide on Roku, Fire Stick, etc. I'm on everything with a screen. Started off a dancer and worked my way from dancing to a radio station and then TV.
You know, so shout out to Ronnie Ron, you know, so, you know, tell me a little bit about Ronnie Ron, how you guys meet, you know, tell me a little bit about that.
I'll never forget it. When we first met was at a show. I was there with my man, Sean Jackson, aka Mr. Booyah. You know, for those who don't know, he used to call him Troll. He used to have a group, Troll and the Bully Goats.
Okay.
So I go there to the show with them, you know, because like I said, I looked up to Sean. So that's when I first met Ronnie Ron. And I was blown away by their performance. It was like really, really crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, he had so much energy. I said, dang, that dude remind me of myself a little bit. I was like, maybe I'll catch the wave just like him. You know?
Okay, that's dope, that's dope.
Then also, after, you know, I started getting into the DJing thing, but I was like more of a MC most of the time and a producer.
Okay.
So, Ronnie Ron was telling me, you know, like a couple years later, you know, when we ran back into each other again, he had started a radio station,
Oh,
underground radio station, because they had other. What I hear, they had other radio stations before that, but this one right here was special because this was mostly all him.
Oh, okay. That's
so I'll never forget that he let me come and freestyle on his station. Anytime he had time, he'd be like, "Oh, Pooh, I'll come get you."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
he's
dope.
a true definition of how to be an older brother.
Okay.
So he's mentoring other kids, not just his own. Another thing I gotta look up to him for.
Okay.
He used to have little Ronnie Ryan with him. You know, he go by Young Hitter now, but I gotta commend you for that, Ron. Like, you know, that was an inspiration for me. By the time I became a father, I'm like, hold up, my boy's gotta be right with me.
Right.
I want to talk about my man Malik from Hilltop Entertainment. Ooh, ooh. That's right. You know the Steady B, Cool C situations. You know, with the whole, he was like Hilltop, like to the day he died. So he introduced me to Hilltop and became a big sponsor for Franchise Live. You know, without Malik, I don't know if Franchise Live would have went down for so many years. You know, he's a big sponsor, great philosopher, and just an all-around good dude. Boss, you know what I'm saying? BOSS. Shout out his son, you know what I'm saying, the County Beast. This is heavy in hip hop right now, my son Young Hitter. But let's talk about Malik. Malik was a good dude. I mean, he's like, you know what I mean, he's just a good dude, man. Like, give props out to him, respect him like to 100%. Let me tell you a quick story about Malik. Like when he first got with me with Franchise Live, you know, I was running things in the city real heavy. So he said he wanted to talk to me. So I went up to him, had a talk with him. He said he wanted to get involved with, you know, my movement. So I just wanted to put him to a test. I was like, you know, anybody that deal with me got to have some stacks. You know, they got to have some dough. You know what I'm saying? That moolah. So what happened was I called him. I said, yo, Malik, man. I said, look, yo, I need to borrow $1,000, man. You know, I need a stack right now, bro. Can you, like, you know, can you do something for me? He said, you know what, Ryan, come up to my office. We'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we went up to his office and we was chilling. So he said, you know, why you need this stack, bro? I said, you know what, Malik, it's like personal, man. It's like real personal, man. I can't really get into it. But I just need it, man, like right now. So he said, look, you know, I'm going to, you know, pull this out to you and I'm going to give it to you. So he started counting, right? He looked me right in my eye. He never looked down at his hand. He never looked to the side, you know, to the right. None of that. He just started counting like, wow. So I'm looking at him. He looking at me all serious, you know, like a boss. So then, you know, he give me the 1,000, and he was like, you know, sure you want to tell me? I said, nah, Malik, you know, it's personal. So I was like, look, Malik, this what's going. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back to you by next Friday, and I want to thank you for like hooking me up. So he looked at me like, what you say? I said, I'm gonna, you know, pay you back. He said, look, Ryan, you part of my movement. You with the Hilltop. You know, this ain't how we get down, man. You ain't got to pay that back. I was like, wow. I don't have to pay it back. He said, no, man, we don't do that up here. So I was like, wow. But he said, don't be a menace and ask me for another stack next week. I want to shout out my man Napoleon, Superstar Jackson. He had a show called Magazine Showcase, which I was a cast of that show. And the reason why I was a cast was because I had my own radio station. He heard me on the radio. So he said, yo, Ryan, come on down and audition for my show. So I did it. And I became a big part of that show. Yvette Money, Icon Philly, was an MC. She's part of that movement too. But Superstar, no starting me off, man. I want to give a shout out to Superstar Jackson for getting me into TV. And the show was like a lot of fun. So he taught me a lot about TV that I didn't know because basically I was a radio personality and a dancer, saxophone player, all the above. But he showed me about TV. And so my man DJ Cash Money and my man Warren said, look, Ryan, you know you real good on, you know, Magazine Showcase. Won't you get your own show? And that's what I came up with, Franchise Live. Of course, franchise come from franchise dancers live because I'm a live mother. That's right, a live mother.
Put the chain on me. The chain, we're going down right now. Exclusive, B. We about to battle, you know what I'm saying? It's exclusive. Yeah. Get it, chocolate thunder.
Okay.
Chocolate thunder.
Okay.
All right.
Branch, huh?
Playing no game. Playing no game. No game being played.
What?
Keep playing franchise.
Come on, man. No, we ain't playing no games. We real dancers, man. Tell you that. I said, look, man. Check this out. We go to some hot videos, right? And we be back with, what's the name of the group again? On the count of three, I want you to say it loud. 1, 2, 3.
Cali swag district.
You don't get it twisted and do your job, man. Yo, what's up? This is the boy Ronnie Ryan, Franchise Live. Don't get it twisted. What? Yo, one thing to say. Shaw Junior High School. I was in the audience, right?
What?
I tried to be a baseball player. What? I tried to play basketball. I tried to play sax. But you know what? When the curtains open, right, it was assembly. The music came on. Who came out?
B Dance. Bobby Dance.
You were in junior high school?
I was in junior high school.
Shaw's where it all started.
Yo, he came out, right? And the girls just went ballistic.
Ballistic.
Crazy, right?
Wait, hold on. I think we was doing something like that.
Yeah.
Then we hit a joint.
Yeah.
Then we hit the step.
So look.
They had a club. They were the Bobby Dance Angels.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted.
You know
I
what?
was in school, junior high school.
Yo, I
Sure.
went crazy, right? From then, that's how I became franchise dancer, man.
That's the hit.
That's my niche.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
First, giving out to God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank the Lord for making this possible. To see my man here today, along with the love of my life, Lady B. You see what I'm saying? And those
This is
pieces you just
legendary
seen
right here.
there, that was what I used to do in the past. And he is right. I'm glad it's history here for somebody that can recognize the past. But as the day we're saving souls for Christ, I'm glad he's blessed my life to be able to still move. But I'm dancing for Christ now. That's why y'all don't see that no more. So in other words, we still there. I am that guy. The Holy Ghost dance.
I hear
the
that.
Holy Spirit dance. So just letting y'all know, whatever you do in your life, always put God first.
Right.
And with God, all things is possible. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
And that's why my man is here, because I remember.
That is a true
we
fact.
still
Y'all better
there.
know that.
Believe
For
that.
real.
Now, y'all been doing it for a long time. How did y'all first meet?
Let's see. Oh, let me tell the story.
Was it
Can
the
I tell
time
the
I
story?
ran across City Line?
He ran across City Line Avenue. Let me tell the story. Can we tell this on TV?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I was in my 1976 Eldorado, leaning hard. I was coming down City Line Avenue, and this crazy brother ran across the street through the traffic. Stopped traffic to give me some flowers and introduce himself and tell me that,
Not just flowers, roses.
Roses. Oh, let me get it right. They were roses.
Roses.
And introduced himself, and we've been swinging and doing shows and being friends
Believe
and
that.
fearing God ever since.
Yes.
Man, it's a history ever since.
Team, work.
You know what I
That's
mean?
my buddy right there.
No matter what they say, I
Yeah.
love it to death.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you know
Always.
what? Both of y'all raised a lot of hip hop artists in the ill duff. I mean, y'all looked up for so many people that made it. How do it feel to be like that king and queen of godmother and godfather of hip hop? How does it feel?
He really with it. Well, for
Calm down.
my thing is, to me, it's
gonna
always
be all
been a
right.
blessing to give it out like that, and I feel like freely given, freely received. So freely received, freely given. So somebody gave me a chance, so I had the opportunity to give someone else a chance. So once you get an opportunity like that, it's no problem. Like folks say,
nothing
yo,
like giving back. It
yeah,
really
they
isn't.
say, oh, Bobby Dance put us on. But my thing was, Philly, when we wasn't getting that much recognition, and New York had it all. What I did was
representing,
when we
that's
took
right.
when we took and did a group from New York, we would take a Philly artist and let them open up, and that's how we got our recognition like that. And then when it came, and then B took it back to the radio show. Yo, did you see that
I'm
Philly
still
artist
talking trash
when they
about
do
Philly
whatever?
up in New York, yeah.
That's how we used to get them on. We
Yeah.
still do it like that.
And it's nothing like giving back. I mean, a lot of young cats can have a lot of materialistic things, and you can have what you think it brings you happiness in life and security in life.
right.
But there's nothing like looking in the mirror and knowing that you started something that's so vast and so powerful and just so. When I saw the Roots get a Grammy, I started crying because I felt like I was a big part of that. You know what I mean? So it's a cool thing. It's good being me. I like being me.
What's going on now with y'all? I mean, y'all
I'm going to do a movie. I got a movie role. Look out for the movie Ladies Night with Monique. I'm about to be on the big screen.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I'm doing satellite radio. So I'm touching old school hip hoppers across the country.
Yeah.
In every market. It's kind of cool.
That's what's up.
That's the head.
Back up in New York talking Philly stuff again.
Oh yeah, giving it to them. As for myself, after 28 years, you know, we let secular music go about maybe 3 years ago. The company, the name Bobby Dances Entertainment, is still being ran. It's owned by Dirt Cheap Moving Company. There's a couple of sponsors and Mojams Entertainment. So when you hear Bobby Dances Entertainment, the name stayed because it's a legend in there. We don't want to lose it. But as far as for me, my thing now is I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the precious Holy Ghost. And when I shout, when I dance now, I sort of dance. Oh, you know what I mean? But I'm still dancing. And the thing is, we're saving souls for Christ. That's the thing to do. So I'll say to all of y'all, if you don't know him, get to know him. God is first in your life. And with God, all things is possible. Without him, you can do nothing.
5, 6, 7, 8. What y'all know about that? Okay, keep going. Oh, hold on. We gonna go up, come back, then we gonna hit that joint. All right, go. All right, we gonna hit that joint. 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is Power 99.
Yeah. And when I cross over, can I hold you on the left?
Yeah. Oh, let me hit that spin.
There you go.
Can I get it? Franchise now, what? Yeah.
Big Diddy.